Hi guys, hopefully you can hear me and see me. If you can't, let me know. I'm trying StreamYard for the very first time. I test drove this a little bit yesterday. It looked like everything was going well. So in case you can't see me, feel free to drop a comment. I'll try and stop in. So anyway, so today I'm talking about Canva tips for you. So you guys have heard me talking about like the lead magnets and stuff like that recently, right? So I create them in Canva for my bookkeeping clients. I've also been making templates. That way you guys can download them for a small fee and then edit them yourself. But the problem is some people need to create them from scratch, and when you get the template, you may not know what to do with it. So I'm working on creating a mini course to help you guys navigate and create a strategic template all by yourself. Until then, I'm going to do this live, walk you through some of my favorite tips, things that save me time, things that are smart from a content viewpoint. That's the word I wanted to help you create something that's really good. Anyways, I'm going to jump right in. So again, I have templates in my shop. I have one up to another one that I should be adding tomorrow and others in the works. I'm going to be creating a mini course here soon to help go along with it, to help you out. And until then, let's just go ahead and jump into it, okay? All right, so lead magnets. I'm gonna pop over into this other window, see if I can, see how I can do here, la la la. Is this what I wanna show you? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, sweet. Hopefully you can see this. Let me know if you can't or if you can. So I've got one of the lead magnets up that I made for one of my bookkeepers. I'll actually, should I go bigger? No, I think I'll leave it alone for now. So here's the thing. What's a lead magnet? Why does it matter? Okay, so a lead magnet is, oh good, Jen, I'm glad you're here. Hi. So a lead magnet is basically something that is something you're giving away for free that's valuable. It's also called a freebie. It's a lead magnet. It's got a couple different names, but you're giving it away for free in a strategic way so that you're building up potential clients to trust you, like you, and work with you. It could be a variety of things. It could be a checklist. It could be a video series. Some people give away mini courses for free. There are a lot of ways to do this. But the good thing is you don't have to worry about creating like a super complex video series, software, free trial, whatever. People like things they can download quickly, understand fast, and apply immediately. So surprisingly, these one-page tools are actually really good. They're really helpful. So don't worry about trying to go super fancy. What you're trying to do is you're trying to solve one problem of your clients fast and completely. That's all you're trying to do. Don't feel like you have to remake the wheel or create new software for this. And that's exactly what I do with the templates I make for bookkeepers, and what you guys can get ideas from too. So for example, I have, I'm going to switch over to the screen now. I have this checklist, bookkeeping checklist. I have one where it's a comparison between 1099s and W-2s. That's something that some small businesses confuse. So this is a tool to help tell the difference between it. It's about 2 pages long. That's it. It's not a lot. Financial reports, that's something else people have a hard time understanding. Once you get a financial report, what the heck does it mean? And so this goes through and it annotates it. Okay, what is an asset? It's what you own, puts money in your pocket, la la la. So it's an interpretation. It helps people understand. You see how it solves a problem? This is a little bit of a longer one, but it goes through the key financial reports. As you can see, balance sheet, profit and loss, da da da. And another one, sometimes it's just helping them save money, increase your profit margin. Okay, get more cash coming in, decrease cash going out. You see how it's laid out in a simple way? This is a single page template or a single page lead magnet. So anyways, I'll explain this here in a second. So that's basically what a lead magnet is. I'm going to put myself back in the screen. That's all a lead magnet is. You're trying to give them something they can use immediately to solve a problem and solve it completely. Something that I used in my own business, just as an example, because here's a tip. You probably already have something in your business that you use that you can repurpose. So something that I did in my own business as a copywriter and content marketer for bookkeepers, I had a running list of bookkeeper websites. And then I realized that there was an application where I could use it as a lead magnet. So I literally have like a book of a bookkeeping bookkeeping websites. Now, this was helpful for other bookkeepers, and you can do something like this too. It doesn't have to be fancy and designed in Canva, as long as it's useful and it's immediately applicable and easy to use. Do you see what I mean? Uh-oh. Come on, where's my tablet? There we go. So it doesn't have to be super well designed. The idea is it solves a problem clearly and easily. So the reason why I use this as a lead magnet in my business is, bookkeepers have a hard time figuring out what to write in their websites. The easiest way to do that is to see other bookkeeper websites, but they don't have time to go out and collect, 100 bookkeeper website links. So I already had that, so I shared that, and it actually helped me get clients, build trust, and start conversations in Facebook groups. And that's part of how you use a lead magnet. Like I have an email list, so I have it as an opt-in. People aren't too keen on you cluttering up their email inbox, but if you offer something free, like this baby right here, it's just like, oh, okay. And you've seen it on websites. Sign up and you get a free tool to help you with, increasing your profit margin. Or sign up to my email list and I'll send you a free bookkeeping checklist. Stuff like that. You see how it works? You're giving them incentive to be in your world. Now remember, from a sales standpoint, it takes someone like at least 5 interactions with you to really get to a point of opening their wallet to you. This is starting that off. You want to use this in a way where they're in your world more and more. It's a stepping stone. So another way to do it is you can use it as an incentive to join your Facebook group. If you join my group, I have a free gift, free tool, free checklist for you to help you solve X problem. I sometimes just use it as a giveaway in a Facebook group. You'll see that sometimes. I have a list of tools, of links, of tricks, of free giveaway. Who wants it? And then in a Facebook group, people will talk to you and you get to have permission to be in their DMs a little more easily. Be like, here's the tools or anything else I can help you with. So you see how it builds trust. So here's a trick. You need to be able to pick a problem that solves one problem completely and that matches where your clients are. So for example, I told you, I shared this list of bookkeeping websites, right? Now I know that some people are still trying to write their own websites, and that's fine. They aren't ready to work with me yet. They aren't ready to hire me yet. So what I know is that they're struggling to write their own websites. So what I can do is I can give them something to try and help them do it. And here's the thing, from a sales standpoint, this actually works really well for me. I do want to help them. And if they can DIY it, more power to you guys. That's amazing. But if not, I'm giving you a tool to help you. And if nothing else, there's nothing that will make you more happy to hire me than trying to do it by yourself and finding that it's uncomfortable, it's hard, you keep procrastinating on it. You're much more likely to sign up with me after that and be happy about paying me after that. It's not strong arming. I'm trying to help you. And if you realize, oh, I don't want to do this by myself, I'm going to go to the next point. Even great. See how that works? It's almost like educating them. So same with the bookkeeping check. Let's try this in English. That checklist I have, which apparently is not loading right now. Oh no, that's my untitled one. This checklist chart. Again, someone can see this, but just because someone knows that and sees the list, they're not actually going to do it necessarily. But once they see all they have to do, it makes them more likely to reach out to you. Like, oh, see, I'm not going to do this by myself. Give them a couple months, they'll come back to you. Anyways, picking a problem. You're probably picking someone who's kind of on the cusp of starting to work with you. A business who is still doing their own books, or they're really behind on their books. So I do have a lead magnet where it's helping someone catch up on their records. So again, that they can know how to do it, know how to try it. There we go. Sorry, my notes over here are a little funky. They know how to do it, know how to try it. And then if they realize they don't want to, don't have the time to, can't do it, overwhelmed by it, you've built that trust. You've given them that free tool, and that's a really, really good thing to do. My notes don't want to work. Okay, so this is how you use it, and that's how you pick a problem. Keep in mind where they are or how you can help them. And remember, you probably already have something in your business that you can just repurpose. Maybe you have an onboarding checklist of what you do for a cleanup project. Boom, there you go. Put that into a nice, PDF document, and you're ready to go. So I'm going to show you. It really is that simple. You're trying to just solve a problem for them quickly. That's all it is. That's all it is. So, all right, what is the next part? Okay, this is where I go to the blank screen. Okay, first thing I want you to do is you're going to upload a logo for your, what am I going to do? Oh, no, you start, why did I have that? Okay, upload a logo and things like that. Okay, so this is now we're going into the depths of Canva. Are you ready? Okay, so in Canva, you can see I already have this all set up. This is a really helpful thing for you to do if you're going to be making multiple things in Canva. This is something available to you on the free version. I do have the paid version, so if you see discrepancies there, that might be why. But if you come over here to the right and you come down to Brand Kit, I'm actually going to make this bigger, that way you can see it. You don't need to see my face as much for this. This is more important for you to see the screen. You come over here, and you come down to Brand Kit, see? It will bring you to this page, and then you can upload your logos here, upload your brand colors. You can see I have the brand colors of a lot of bookkeepers I've worked with, and upload your fonts. This will help keep things consistent as you're working through stuff. So first thing off, start with, that's how you upload your logo and your other images. Start there. Add this, this continuity. It's easier to kind of have that cheat sheet in the beginning. And then don't die on me, thank you. All right, now, here's what's cool. If you're not sure where to start when it comes to this stuff, guess what? You can just go to templates up here in the corner. All right, go big again. La, la, la. Okay, so here we are. Just go to templates and look at all the stuff that you can do. This is pretty great. Okay, so you can type in just like checklists like this. Let's see what comes up. Bam! And now you can repurpose so many of these things, and they're really, really helpful. I actually use this myself for inspiration at the very least. Sometimes I get ideas from elements, things I can copy, and guess what? My brand color is yellow. I can choose to only pick yellow lists. And so it kind of does the work for me. Then it pulls up elements that are just fit in line with my, and then boom, there you go, look at that. I have a yellow checklist just like this. And then all of these elements, I can change the font, I can change the color background, things like that. I love working from templates. It saves me so much work. And sometimes what I'll even do, I like to add extra pages. So, I'm like, I like the checkboxes here and things like this. Maybe I want to have a different idea. So I'm going to do another checklist to see what comes up. I like the squiggles in this one. Let's try that. And then maybe I want to save these and change them into that. See these colors right here? This is why it's important to put your brand colors in, because it'll put them right at the top for you, so you don't have to keep guessing and going back and forth. And then there it is. There it's yellow. If I like that scribble, I can just take it and put it in there. See? Super nice. So start from Canva templates, because that does a lot of legwork from you. And when possible, sort by color. Make it easy for you. Match it. If you're in an event, it's just like this baby shower. There's something financial. Let's see. Financial reports. Look at that. And so you have all of these, options. So start from templates. You don't have to start from scratch. There's plenty out there for you to work with, I guarantee you. Okay, so 1, upload your logo and your brand stuff. That's important, number 1. Number 2, start from Canva templates. Make your life easier. There's tons of good stuff in there, and then you can just work around with it. It's a really easy place to start. 3, this is a favorite one of mine. Use a scratch sheet. So I'm going to show you what I mean by this. So this is something that I made for April. Now here's the thing. I showed this to you a little bit earlier. I have this beautiful clean page, right? Very nice, very nice. And you look down here and I have all of these notes and extra things. This is what I mean by my scratch paper. So I'm going to show you on the bigger screen real quick. Okay, so I have this very clean first page that is still loading apparently. Oh dear. But here's what I did. To make things easier for myself, I kept her colors down here just because it was easier reference for me. I also wasn't sure which logos I wanted. Sometimes I, pick a financial element, but I wasn't sure about it. So I keep the extra one down here. That way I wouldn't have to go searching for it again in the elements. I did different styles. I'm like, okay, I know I did this from a previous one, so then I put it down here to play around with. Same with the text. I did some scratch text in here, things of that nature. Different backgrounds. I played around with different fonts that I liked because she didn't have a specific font that she wanted. And then also, like I said, I use these templates. Again, see? Templates recently used. I went in there and I found some inspiration. I'm like, okay, how do I want the text to be arranged? Because she has like a sand dollar theme. How do I bring in a beachy vibe to this thing? So I found other designs for inspiration. A lot of them use this like nice skinny font. Okay, I can learn from that. Great. So use scratch paper. And here's what you can do. When you're ready to download, come up here, this little icon on the right? When you hit download, you can tell it what pages you want to print. So right now, all the pages are selected to print or to download. Guess what? You can deselect them, just do the first page. And this way I keep my notes, but I only download the good stuff. So that's a really helpful thing. It sounds basic, but it saved me a ton of time. So use a scratch sheet. Now we're gonna have some fun. All right, we are gonna talk more about how to tidy things up. Okay, so going back to this checklist, it's just like, okay, how do you get this stuff so neat? How do you get it aligned? How are they all evenly spaced? Things of that nature. So we're gonna play around with that. Keeping things neat is actually really easy. There's a couple of tools that I love and use all the time. So we're gonna screw around with this a little bit, just to kind of make things for the effect of example. Okay. Something like this. Okay, so now we're all scrambled up. You don't have to like squint really close at the screen and then try and drag things so that they align right up. You don't have to do that. There are tools for you aligning elements. So I'm going to teach you what they are real quick because it took me a while to find these, and when I found them, I couldn't believe how amazing they were. Okay, so what you can do, like for these checkboxes, select all of them, then click on position up here at the top. Okay, let's make the screen bigger. All right, so click on position. Here's it's beautiful. All right, so you can center them up and then they'll snap together in a straight line, right? Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Okay, but they're not evenly spaced. So what do you do about that? There's a beautiful tool for this. You can either do something called space evenly vertically, and that works, or scramble this up again. Let's say these are all messed up vertically and horizontally. You can do something called tidy up, and it does both of them for you. Look at that, right down the line. Isn't that beautiful? And you can do this with text as well. So for example, position left, and then it all aligns on the left side. Or I'm a liar. Or I didn't select them all. That's what happened. Okay, here we go. Oh, now I'm changing. Okay. Position, left. There we go. Now I'm not a liar. Now, here's what's great. Say you want to make sure these stay in the exact same spot and you don't want to move them. There's a couple ways you can handle this. If you want it to stay together as a single group, just hit group. And now when you drag it, all of it drags together. Super easy, super tidy, right? And then you can decide a little bit. Not only that, you can also align two groups of things. So if I want these two to be aligned at the top, but as a group, I can do it that way. See what I did? Where are my notes? Sorry. Other screen keeps going to sleep. See how it's aligned up top? So that's grouping, and that's helpful sometimes for design elements when you want them to be the exact same place. Another good thing, where is this? Another good thing, say you want to be able to, so right now if I move this if I try and select multiple elements, say I just want to select the text and I want to move the text around, but I'm irritated because I keep overlapping with these design elements, right? Okay. What you can do is, especially for background elements, things of that nature, you come up here and you hit this lock button. Here, I'll show you. So instead of letting this be a movable element, I want this to just stay exactly here so I can, see, this is why I do it. So I can edit the text and stuff like that. I select the stuff I want to lock in place, right up here. Now, even if I try and select it, it won't move it around. See how before it used to select it? And if I click on the item, you'll see this little lock icon. That means it's not moving. I want to unlock it and move it around, just unlock it. But this is really helpful for keeping things tidy and neat. And now I have another one, another little tidy up trick that I really like. That's really helpful. So what if you're trying to keep things in line from page to page, right? All right, you're going to come up here to File, because you can have grid lines. I use this so much, it helps so much. So show rulers. Oh, did I remove the rulers? Show rulers. Yeah, okay. So if I have them on here. It's what these things, the rulers and grid lines are here. If you don't have them on yours, File, show rulers, show guides, things of that nature. Okay. So here's what you can do. See how my arrow switches to the double-ended arrow when I'm just on that line for the ruler and the grid? If I do this and drag it down, it's going to leave. Well, I'll make me a liar. It should leave. Yeah. Okay, see this purple line? This purple line is not actually going to show up in any of your downloadable stuff, but it's a guide. It's actually really great, for example, if you're trying to figure out how to align things, how to keep a specific margin between pages, because as you can see, it carries between the two documents. See how the purple line continues? This is really helpful for me when I'm trying to maintain consistency as far as tidiness between pages. So yeah, those are some great ways to keep things tidy. Now I want to show you a couple of quick keyboard shortcuts, which I love. Okay, so I'm going to add a page down here so we can play around. What are the things you use most often? Text, line, circle, square, stuff like that. Okay, if you type in R, rectangle shows up. Boom. You can edit it however you want. All I did was hit the letter R. I didn't hit Control R, I just hit R, okay? If I want a circle, I just hit the letter C. That's it. I want a box to put text in. I put a letter T. That's it. And of course, you can come up here to the top and change the font. And if I just want a line, I just come here. And then guess what? You can also do, this is cool. This is a newer feature. I'm not quite sure if it's on the free version, but you can come up here to the top and change the thickness, whether it's dotted, if it has bars at the end, things of that nature. So that's it. Again, R, C, T, and L. By the way, if you want, you see how the line got hidden back here? All you have to do, bring forward, and it brings the element one layer up. See how it's still behind the circle? If you want, you can just say bring to the front, and it covers over everything. So if you're dealing with layers, again, stuff like that, that's what you can do. And if you are trying, you say you're here, or like, this is mostly covered up and you're trying to select the rectangle, but it's kind of a pain, hit the Control or Command button, click on the circle. Now hold Command down again and click again, and you see how it now selects the layer behind it. So if you're dealing with layers a little bit, that's a helpful thing to do. So there's that. Now, so that's keyboard shortcuts. So we started with starting from Canva templates like we did here, uploading your logo and other images here in the brand page, using a scratch sheet like we did on April's page, not that one. No, this right here. And okay, now I want to show you adding graphs. This is actually really cool. So from a content perspective, numbers are really, numbers, statistics, specific things, concrete things are very persuasive, right? So Canva has easy elements for it. Now they're a little limited, but they're super easy to use, so it compensates, I think, as far as ease of use. So let's move over here. All right, you got all of these options on the left-hand side. Yours should say charts on the side. If it doesn't, come over to more and look for charts like this. But it should be over here on the side. So charts, you can do a donut chart, bar graph, pie chart. It's really, really cool. You can also change the colors. So let's jump into it. Let's put this in. So say you pick a chart. Okay, great. Data and settings. So what do you want? You see it says item 5, item 4, stuff like this. Let's say cheesecake, donuts, cookies, ice cream. I don't know, fudge. Let's say that. And then you just change what you want it to look like. You can say 78%. And then you can see how even though I have 78% cheesecake, it shows 66.1. That's something important to understand because it's going to deal with the percentage from out of 100. So this is 78 and I have 40, it does something weird. So it won't, and that's how it handles the percentages and stuff like that, just so you know. Let's say I do to, and then, okay. I don't know, but you can see how it changes. Series 1, series 2. But you can play around with it. You can show labels, and then I think you can also, hang on a second, let me remember how to play with the color. There is a way to change the color. Maybe here. Here we go. Let's try this. Nope, that changes the text. Here we go. Okay, so it's basing the circle on this color. Please work this time. Yeah, there we go. See how it changes to suit like a kind of a graph, or not a graph, shades of gray. There it is. Oh, that was cool with the pinks and the blues. So you can shift it around to play with the colors so that you can match it. So for example, I wanted to do yellow. Pop, there you go. Now I got yellow. And then another cool thing is once you have this, I don't have to stick with donut chart. If I say, you know what, a bar chart would be better for me. Ta-da! You just switch it over. Now you really can't change a whole lot about the text and things of that nature, or like the direction, you know, with the angle here. But it's a really great way to add a clear visual. You can see the changes here, and always just go back over here to charts. There's some really cool stuff, and it's really, really, really easy to use. So that's a really good thing to add to your lead magnet if you want to be more convincing. Oh dear. So that is what I've got for you guys. I hope that helps. Again, just to review, make sure that you pick a problem that fits your audience. They're probably on the cusp of working with you if they're looking at your stuff and interested with you. So make sure that you're solving a problem that fits where they are in their customer journey, to use a sales term. Make sure that it fits what the needs they're at right now. So pick one problem, solve it completely, solve it quickly. I don't understand financial reports. Boom. This is a way for you to understand it. I don't know what bookkeeping I should be doing. Boom. Here's a checklist on what to do. See what I mean? As far as like, solve a problem quickly. One, it doesn't have to be a major one. It doesn't have to be super huge. Something solved quickly. And even if it's a spreadsheet with like useful information, things like that, it matters. You're saving time. You're providing information. Remember, this is something that you want to use as a gateway to enter your Facebook group, to start your email list, to get into someone's DMs to ask for a free resource. You're building trust and relationships, and you're trying to continue the conversation. You have to, again, have multiple touch points for people to open their wallet and work with you. And then just as far as the 5 tips from Canva, again, Okay, add your branding, of course, over here in the brand kit. Upload your logo, your font that you want to use, things of that nature. Start from templates over here. You don't have to start from scratch, work from something else, and customize it, pick and choose. Use a scratch sheet, keep ideas, and draft the process. It's completely normal. Keep it neat. Use things like position, grouping, locking, things of that nature to keep everything all lined up. Use the keyboard shortcuts, R for rectangle, C for circle, and then add graphs. Make it as convincing as possible. 80% of business owners hate their bookkeeping, so let me take it off of your plate. Something like that. You add a graphic with the number, it's very convincing. As far as this is why I made this tool for you to solve, so that they're more likely to understand it. Because as you know, not all business owners understand why they need a bookkeeper, how it makes their life better. Why should I pay for one more person in my business? This is why. You may have to educate them a little bit, and the graphs do a good job of that. Anyways, that's what I got for today. Hope that helps. You got more than enough here to get started making something good and useful for free. Nothing I did in here is absent from your Canva free, if that's the template or the subscription you have for Canva. I was making stuff in free Canva long before I moved over to the paid version. Make sure, again, you're solving a problem. You're not trying to impress them with swooshes and animations and stuff like this. Solve a problem clearly. That's what this lead magnet is for. It's a sales tool. It's not meant to impress them with all of the graphic elements that you can cram into one piece. Clarity over clutter. Clarity over clutter. Again, I have a link in the description for this video. If you want to start from a template specifically for bookkeepers, it'll get you a really big leg up without having to fuss around with this stuff. I've got one in the shop already, another one that'll be uploaded later this week. And I also do these custom. So if you need help with this, just let me know. And like I said, I'll have a more in-depth video about this coming out later for a mini training, yay, which I'm excited about. So that's what I have today. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you next week. Bye.